Hi guys, this is Mattiace, and yes, it's been quite a long time since I posted something on this channel. Obviously because I haven't been out traveling since the last videos. I am, as you know, home in Sweden since several months now. Actually it's a very beautiful spring day here right now. And I'm on my way to my bank actually, because I have an issue that I decided to solve the old school way. You know, the way that people used to handle bank situations or bank errands before there was internet, before there were smartphones, when you actually had to get to the bank with your physical body and identify yourself with what I'm going to do is my driver's license, or if you use your passport or whatever. Now, I decided to do it this way because it gives me an opportunity to take this walk when, there's something that I haven't been doing in a while. I've been sitting in far too much and I've become a bit lazy, to say the least. Now, what I want to talk to you about is, well, same old story with why I want to move from Sweden to the Philippines and why I haven't done so yet. The reason why I haven't done so yet is because I am dependent on either being in Europe or potentially I could be in America for the sake of earning my living, which is by being a Battlefield 1 streamer. And it seems to me that there is no upcoming game yet that can replace Battlefield 1, that can allow me to continue what I'm doing in the Philippines. And unfortunately, this channel isn't big enough for me to make a living. So, so far I am limited to traveling every once in a while, and we'll see if I can prolong the trips ever so soon. Me and my friend are actually starting to make some plans to go again. Maybe we've been talking a little bit about it. We'll see how it pans out. And so before I went outside, I did my normal check on the news. It is the same old story, but they're hiding it with new arguments now, or with I don't know, how do I say it? They have new ways of blowing up smoke and mirrors arguments, or smoke and mirrors articles. That's what I would say. Today, the news in Sweden was all about the food prices, and I was looking through a little bit more. There was an explosion, which today it doesn't give any attention whatsoever. You know, I remember the days when it was unthinkable to see an explosion in Sweden. People blowing up buildings in Sweden was unthinkable. Today it doesn't even make the news. And it reminds me of why I want to go, or one of the reasons why I want to go. I used to say that there's a reason why I want to leave Sweden, and there's a reason why I want to go to the Philippines. Or there are several reasons for both, and adding them up, I just can't wait for the next trip. Now, it's actually, it's a few degrees above freezing. A few degrees, we use Celsius in Europe. I don't know how to translate it to Fahrenheit, but most Americans, you know both systems. Kudos to you. But there's actually a little bit of ice here in the water. Yeah. So I don't know if that brings your thoughts to all this hysteria around global warming. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know what to say about it. But speaking about, you know, that topic, I did watch a very interesting interview that I got a tip from Brandon, my man in Hawaii, about it. and it was an interview with Piers Morgan when he's interviewing Richard Dawkins. Very, very interesting. I think both people are interesting people. I mean, obviously Richard Dawkins is more interesting to me because of his knowledge as a scientist. But it was also a very, very scary interview when the question went to a woman that had married an ISIS leader and her possible acceptance to return to UK, or potential punishment or imprisonment or whatever. He went all silent and he just went, I don't want to talk about it. And I saw it like the way that he expressed it, his facial expressions, his eyes, and how he just wanted to cut just didn't want to answer it. It's clear he was scared. Somebody, like, he has been silenced, and he has not been silenced the normal YouTube censor way or social media censor way. No, he was scared for his life or for the life of his loved ones. He's been threatened. He's had his life threatened. To me, it's crystal clear. Now, you may draw another conclusion. It's up to you. Feel free to share your thoughts. But thank you, Brennan, for the tip, for pointing me towards that interview, because that was an eye-opener about well, it reminds me yet again about why I'm leaving Sweden to go to the Philippines now. When I bring that up, it's interesting, some of the comments I get, especially from people living in the Philippines, and some of them are quite quick to point out that the Philippines isn't at all safe at all. There's a lot of criminality and violence there too. Yeah, that is true, but the Philippines is a emerging country, a poor country, and the problems they have in the Philippines is something that they are actually trying to do something about. They are actively working against it. And in the town that I was in my last trip in Ormoc, for example, they have had some enormous success with making Ormoc safer. It's the mayor of Ormoc, I don't even remember his name, but it's like when I talked to an Australian guy about it, I instantly started thinking about the former president Rodrigo Duterte about it, and it's like, well, it sounds like a mini Duterte. It's like, yeah, it's very inspired by Duterte, and they were very good friends, and they used the same methods. And of course Duterte was very shunned for this by the same governments in the Western world that are creating problems for us in the Western world. Yeah, the irony isn't lost on that one. So yeah, this little trip gave me an opportunity to share some thoughts with you guys, and if you have something to add to what I just said, please put it in the comment section below, and hopefully I'll be able to post another video sooner than this one. So thanks for watching.